A curious thing in that hotel. In the morning I was sitting in a little area with the fax machine behind me, which I rather attractive. The man said, "Coffee?" I said, "Yes, please." And he brought me out a thing of coffee, which had about 2 and a bit cups in, loads of little containers of milk and sugar, and curiously, a lump of cheese wrapped in gold paper. And that all cost 150, which is £1 from a hotel. Fantastic. You should just come here to have the coffee for £1. Even the so-called Limited Express is a pretty funky looking bit of kit. Look at that. Driver's up top. Oh, he's just turned the light off. He's up in that bit. Isn't that groovy? It's like Jerry Anderson designed it. Fantastic. I keep saying fantastic. Super. I bought my Senna bento. It's quite... I think it's quite an odd one. Obviously, I'm in Japan, so this must be somehow traditionally Japanese. But look, seems to have a fried egg, a sausage, some spaghetti, some chips, big helping of rice, some chicken and some pork. And God knows what else must be hiding underneath all this lot. Oh, there's a bit of lettuce too. So that's my lunch. Get a drink. I was just thinking, where's the Shinkansen? I can't see it. That's because they stuck it on the steps. Shinkansen, there we go. We're on the right road. I've just bought a peculiar drink. It's called basil seed. I've realised afterwards I bought it and that might be faulty sperm, mightn't it? And it looks remarkably like frog spawn. I hope it tastes nice. I've noticed this at a number of stations. They have a fake bird sound that repeats over and over again. I wonder if we'll do it now. Just... hear that? Dee 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 dee. It'll be the same in a minute, you wait. There it was again, you see? There was a real whap from down there. Probably a crow being mutilated, but isn't it weird? We'll listen for it one more time. And there it is again. Coming out of that little speaker. Japanese people queue up very nicely at the station. Look, those lines mean that you don't get in the way of people getting off the train. Another good, simple idea. Going for hot sake and beer tonight. And also going for the local delicacy, which is beef tongue. I've been confused. I think what is here, this restaurant, is they do lots of little things. These are all priced at sort of, look, sort of 160 is basically about £1. So I've just ordered a number of bits and pieces. I've ordered beef tongue, I've ordered chicken gizzards, tomato wrapped in bacon, and quail eggs. And I think it's like a little appetizer, tapas idea or thing. But when I said tapas to the man, he looked at me as though I wasn't speaking Japanese, which I wasn't. So we'll see how it goes. This is an experimental meal, I do believe. Yes. That's where I am. Look at this great plate. Left to right we have chicken gizzards, quail's eggs, prawn wrapped in bacon, and beef tongue, and there's a bit of lemon, the dreadedly hot wasabi, and a very hot chili sauce. Here's Warmy. Here I go. Halfway point report. The chicken gizzard is very fatty and not particularly chickeny. I'm a little bit pissed, which is why my words are funny, so I drank a load of hot sake, so a little bit pissed. Anyway, the chicken gizzards, I wouldn't bother them again. Quail's eggs are interesting because they're full of yolk and they've got a very hard outside to how I've usually had them, but they are very tasty. Prawn and bacon, you can't go wrong with prawn and bacon, can you? You can't go wrong with prawn and bacon. And the tongue is okay, but it's chewy. It's kind of, you can see why it's not the main meat we tend to eat. It's just a bit on the rubbery side, really. And the bits that are kind of burnt, the crunchy bits, they're the best bits, but yeah, it's just not, you know. When I squeezed the lemon over them, I squeezed my lemon over them. And wasabi sauce, of course, just brightens anything up. I'm using that indiscriminately. I've even put it on my nose. But just bear in mind, I am slightly pissed, so this is not reliable. I've got to be careful because I've got to walk home in a strange land. Yeah, the sake, I really got into the sake thing, the sake, hot sake, but I've drunk it rather too quickly, and I think the brain capillaries of the cell structure of Nanamichit Mai can sound a little over, blimey. The main reason I like quail's eggs is because of their disproportionately high amount of yolk given the mass and space of the actual egg. But I really didn't fancy the last bit of the chicken gizzard. It's just very rubbery, fatty. It's just not very pleasant, really. And I don't think the speciality of beef's tongue is anything to write home about or shout about, especially if you're a cow or a bull. I just had a lovely chat with a lovely fella. He's an anesthesiologist. You know, he does anaesthetics. He's telling me he did it for his mother today. She had an ovary removed, cancerous ovary, and he did it for his mother. And he's married with 2 kids, which is much more than the national average. He was lovely. He's studying for his MBA, and it was great. And I think I accidentally had 2 experiences in one tonight as well, because I've had the beef tongue thing, but I also went into a Yakitori restaurant without knowing that's what it was. And Yakitori is where you have lots of little skewers. So rather than have one big meal, you have lots of little things to taste, like a tapas idea. And it was really good. And I'm now waiting for all this stuff this traffic to let me across. I'm going to go and buy chocolate or a donut or something like that, because I'm a grown-up. We're allowed. I'm slightly pissed, so I must try not to buy too many donuts. It'd be silly. Maybe I buy 1.